Geranium Johnson's Blue is the name of this plant, and I use it all the time when I'm designing gardens. I sometimes do a planting plan with a massive swathe of it, and people aren't brave enough when they're using plants like this. I think it looks best in mounds in large numbers, and you can use it to underplant things like roses, which can be a bit dull at the base. This particular variety of geranium is hardy, and don't get it confused with those red ones that the council use for bedding plants. You can divide it in autumn or spring, and it grows to around 30 centimetres in height and around 60 centimetres spread. It's a great little plant. Cranesbill is its common name, and it's smothered from May to August with lots of large lavender blue flowers that fade to a beautiful pearl grey as they mature. I guess like most people this winter, I too lost my Verbena bonariensis plants, but fear not, they're so easy to grow from seed, and I just sowed a few in the top of this pot a few weeks ago, and they're now ready for pricking out. I'd normally do them into modules, but this is the next best thing. Once you've firmed down the soil, you can take a dibber or a pencil, lightly squeeze the pot just to free up some of those roots, and I like to carefully tip the whole thing out. Now you can see there that it's made some quite decent root, and just carefully peel away a section, and in here the tiny little seedlings. Now handle them with the leaf. I've said it before, and I'm sure it won't be the last time. Make a little hole in the soil, lower in that root system. They really are quite small, and then just firm them lightly down. And I'm probably going to put a row of about 4 in each of these cells. And it's as easy as that. I'll take those now and give them a good watering and pop them back in the propagator. Let them grow on for a few more weeks, and then I can plant them out. I've just been via the kitchen to pick up some balsamic vinegar, because there's nothing nicer than picking some of these baby spinach leaves fresh from the plant, sticking them in the high quality vinegar. That's so nice. I call this my salad bar, because I've got a variety of different salads and edible leaves in here, and if you keep picking these baby spinach leaves off, you can pick them right throughout the summer. I've got the lettuce as well, which is a cut and come again variety, which I sowed a few weeks ago. I've already thinned out the parsnips, which I sowed back in February, but I need to thin out the carrots because they're really congested, and if you don't do this, you won't get really good roots. The aim when thinning carrot seedlings is to thin them to about 5 centimetres apart, and by doing it early in the season, it means that you won't get affected so much by the carrot root fly. If you're growing carrots in raised beds, you won't be affected by this at all as long as they're over 60 centimetres high, because the carrot root fly can't fly that at all. Once you've taken out all the little weed seedlings, you want to start probably in the middle of the row and work backwards, and just thin out the weedier seedlings first. And you're aiming for a spacing of about 5 centimetres. It's quite a heartbreaking thing to do actually, because you've waited for weeks for them to germinate. There we go. And thin them to that kind of distance, It'll mean that they've got more space and they'll soon romp away. You just need to make sure you give them loads of water. And that's it for this week. Join me next week when you'll be using another one of the hand tools from the Spear & Jackson range, which is the cultivator. But until then, have a great gardening week.